Awesome, awesome. Another great day in the woods. Now what we're going to do now, we're going to actually show you how to field dress this deer, and then we're going to take it back, hang it in the barn, and then we're going to show you how to cut this deer up. And then we're going to grill some of that tenderloin on the grill. How about that, Fess?
Yeah, man.
That's right. I tell you what, I think we can get down and go over and get that thing.
Let's go.
Let's go. We see her laying right over there. Old muzzleloader, I borrowed Fess's muzzleloader. Come in here. We need to take some does out. We got it done. Thank you, good Lord. Let's go get her, Fess. This was a great doe to take out of here. She's old, she's mature. She's got a, look here, Fess, she's got a messed up leg. So, you know, it couldn't have been any better. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Fess, for being with us. And like I told you guys, I'm gonna show you how we field dress these deer. Guess y'all are wondering what this is. This is called a butt out, and it works really, really good. And like I said, if you've got a squeamish stomach, you don't want to see blood or anything, turn your TV off now. But we appreciate you watching. So this, put that up in there and you twist it and you just pull out. And that gets the canal and everything out of your way.
Very clean when you do that.
Okay, we'll put that over there. Okay, what you gotta do first, you gotta get this skin. You don't wanna cut into the guts now. You just wanna go up through that skin. And there's several different ways you can do it. A lot of people stick their fingers in there and go up. But you want to be careful not to cut the guts. Because you cut the guts, you're going to have a mess. God, it's a fat doe.
Smelly mess.
Yes.
You can always fix it, clean them up.
And if you're not going to mount it, the higher you can get, the better off you are. Boy, I tell you what, golly. But you need a pretty good knife to get through this chest cavity right here. But it makes it so much easier when you do. Like I said, you wouldn't want to do a big buck like that, or you would ruin. Let's see, Fess. There's actually 2 membranes in here. Like I said, there's two membranes in this deer inside its chest. One houses your lungs and your heart and liver, and the other one houses the guts. As you can see, we demolished this thing's heart's what we did. There's no heart left. And that right there, see how clean that is in there? Now what you want to do next, and I hope we can do this, just me, you want to take it, And you want to turn it over. Let it drain. And I hope for you, for those who've never done that, I know I made it look easy, but I've done quite a few of them. If you take your time, have you a real good sharp knife, and try not to bust the guts. And remember, there's two cavities about halfway in the body. One holds the guts, the other one holds the heart, lungs, liver. So, and if it is a big buck, what you got to do, you got to get the guts out of it. Then you got to reach way back up in there and cut that other membrane and get the heart and the lungs out of it. So what we're going to do, we're going to get this loaded up. We're going to take it back and hang it in the barn. And tomorrow, we're going to let it hang overnight, chill a little bit, drain out. Tomorrow, we're going to show you how to skin it and how to cut it up. So we're going to go get the four-wheeler now, and we'll be back with you in a little bit.
Got this big deer yesterday evening. Freddie killed it, and so now we're going to show you the rest of this story, how to take the legs off of it. We're going to use a sawzall to cut through the bones on all four legs so we can get the hide down over it real easy. And so you guys just watch there and we'll show you what we're doing. Well,
Let's go another route
so
here.
much for that.
Look here, maybe we can get through. And,
Maybe we get through the hide on it first. We use, sometimes we'll actually use bush snips, anything to cut through that. That blade on that thing, Jeff, is a little bit dull.
On mine,
Yeah.
now let's see if it'll go through, Fed.
you need to know. Oh, you mean on there? I got you.
Oh, yeah, that'll help. Make sure, I gotta watch this knife. This thing's razor sharp. Okay.
Everything in that blue thing there has your long on.
See, where'd my knife get to?
Go ahead and plug it
Here's
back.
two knives right here.
Okay. Okay, guys, well, we have got the legs cut off. Now we're going to cut the hide up through here and cut around its neck and start getting the hide off of it. Some people use the neck roast. Person that we're giving this to didn't want it, so we're in Ohio, we're just doing whatever they want. Okay, now, guys, we got this where we can start pulling a little bit of hide now. Got that pulled around its neck. And me cut down the leg. On each side. Gotta get some hide loose so you can do some pulling. Get this side over here. You run that knife blade right up through there. Boy, right there's what I sure did put a good hole in it there. Fred, you center punched that shoulder. It's done good. It'll work every time. Boy, it makes some good eating. It died really fast. You just have to take your time doing this stuff. Make sure that you get it good and clean. Try to keep as much hair off of it as you can. Don't get yourself cut. Gets down here, gets a little bit slower. All right, so we got all the hide off that we want to get off. And we keep all that together so we can get rid of it here after a while. But now we'll take the front shoulders off, get the tenderloins out of it, and go from there. There's some good meat on these shoulders. A lot of people don't think they are, but they really are, especially if you're making some stews or
Jerky.
Yeah, jerky, barbecue, all kinds of stuff. And there's one front shoulder with a hole blowed through it. It's cold out where we're at. It always makes it a little bit difficult on your hands. I know mine are cold now. Another good shoulder. All right, guys, we're now going to get the tenderloins out of this deer. We cut right down just to on each side of the backbone. You cut it all the way down to the hips. Both sides. Let's see, let me get that in there just right. And there's always some meat right here that you just need to kind of, well, meat and hide that you need to get back, and or the fat. And this deer is really fat.
Like a membrane, isn't it?
Yeah, you can just, it's where they build up fat.
Eating on that gully crank.
Yeah, boy.
As you can see there, that opens that up though, where you can see your tenderloin there now. And we get way up inside here to where you can get all of it out. It was a really good shot. Well, we always want to make a good, clean kill on these animals. Don't want them to suffer. And it always makes the meat much better too. Will really be some good back straps we'll be eating this evening. If you just gently pull on that, then take your knife and run it down next to the rib cage, really comes out pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he knows he gets scraps. Oh yeah. Anyway, right there, first back strap. Good eating right there. All right, guys, we've got the one tenderloin out and getting the other side now, and it's coming really good. You know, it really doesn't take that long to do something like this. I mean, you can do it yourself at the house and save a lot of money taking it to a butcher, and really feel like that. I mean, nothing against butchers, but I think that you can do a better job yourself, keeping the meat the way you want it. I mean, we like to make sure, I mean, if we do it, I know
that you got your own meat back.
Right, I know not just that, but I know that it's in really good condition. I don't get a bunch of hair on it, and nobody wants to have a hair in their food, or I sure don't.
Well, that's what you're killing for right there, ain't it? Yeah,
It's good. It's good stuff right there.
See what we like to do too, we just take cellophane and wrap that up really, really good. Really, really airtight. And I'm telling you, we found it'll last for a long time in the freezer.
It'll last a year.
Yeah, evidently. So you got it airtight right there. Very inexpensive. And you got it right there. Now, Fess is getting ready to show you how to cut these hams off without having all the big bone in your freezer.
Boy, this deer has a lot of fat on it. I'm gonna try to get rid of a little bit of that right now. That fat right there is the toughest fat on a deer. I mean, it doesn't hurt a thing to leave it on there, but I'm just saying, I like to get a little bit of that off. What we like to do is get rid of as much bone as we can off of the animal. And so each one of these, you know, when a deer runs, it's got sockets. So what we try to do is get in here down to the socket, and there'll be like a little ball down inside here. And we'll show you when we get there, but it's, if you get that out of it, there's very little bone left in the animal. There's actually one down here that I may need to get out first. Right here, I'm gonna see if I can get this one out first. This is a little bit slower process, but I don't like sawing the bones in two and having all those bone fragments. I'll probably have to get my other knife. It's a little bit stiffer for this. Just got to find that slot. There it is. All right. Now I may have to get some assistance here in a minute, Freddie, because this thing starts to drop. It can be some fairly heavy weight. As you can see right here, can you zoom in on that a little bit, one of you guys, and show the ball I was talking about, the ball and socket right there. So you get that out, and it makes it so much nicer when you go to do whatever you want to do, how you want to fix this.
Put that whole thing in a crock pot.
Oh, my goodness, yes.
Oh, you got it. Clean piece of meat.
There's that ball I was talking about. You can just get around that. Like I said, it takes a little bit more time. We got a little bit of black on that right there. We'll clean that up, cut that off, and good to go. And Jeff has a dog named Buckeye. Do you think he's a Buckeye fan? I mean, really? His dog's named Buckeye?
Let's hold this just a second.
Boy.
Hold that just one second.
Okay. Thank you. By the way, folks, we're all here glad that that Clemson beat up on Bama too.
Yeah, boy.
No needing one team winning every time.
They're getting bad.
Oh yeah. Well, it does a great job like that,
Yeah.
don't it?
You seal it really good.
Let me roll it one more time. We'll go this way.
It'll be good.
Packed, stacked, ready to go in the freezer or wherever. I mean, that's that's close to 1.5 inch thick fat. She was ready for the winter for sure.
You know, you could take that fat and render it down and have some grease to cook something.
Oh, wow, yeah. I could see my wife using that to cook with.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, Lee, I tell you what, this is a chore just getting through this fat.
I love those beans, man. Those barnwood builders, you ever watch them?
Yeah.
They come up in here a lot.
Yeah.
They pay high money for barns like this. They take every piece out of it.
They use it all.
Every bit of it. People pay high dollar. That's what I told Fess we'll start doing, taking old barns down and get some wood.
Fred, you're talking about.
Outside, I mean, man, that's high dollar stuff.
I think it really, those beans really off that new concrete. Don't you? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Well, what they do, they take them out, and they blast them real good, and they put that oil on them,
Yeah.
and it makes them slick as a rib. There's some reviews there.
Yeah. It's bad. There's no full shot of grease. But it's,
See the way that this right here is done, these, like that V shape, that's notorious from the Germans coming over here and starting these barns. The way they build these barns is from the Germans. There's a beam right there, you can't see it because you got it covered up. Just think those pigs, and how long have they been here?
yeah, we moved, that was the one way down here. We moved it up. We can see it now.
You moved this beam up?
Not seeing the border.
Oh.
So there's two years down here. We used to walk across.
Yeah.
Well, Fred, I'm doing better on these.
You didn't have no head room, so I moved it on up. So I could drive the truck in here. Well, I had the tractor ready for the snow. He got done all winter.
I like the little tractor.
I can't believe we got along without it. Now I forgot.
So that one's going a little bit better, Fess?
Well, like I got to pop that right off right there. I'm learning a little for some reason or another. But once you get through it, it's all right.
That's the only way to do it, man.
Got a bone right there to get around. There it is, boys. Guys, I hope that this has been helpful to you that want to get out here and kill a deer and skin it yourself and take good care of it. I know that this is going to be some really good eating. Right there is what we brought in earlier today. You got to see us skin the deer, cut it up, get everything ready, and Lionel Green is going to smoke. I'm telling you what.
Got the Traeger 1300 Timberline fired up.
And look here, I want to take a bite right now. Awesome.
Deer was just walking around yesterday, right, Freddie?
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's good. That's done.
Is it done?
That's done.
All right.
All right. That's what we like to see.
Oh,
Thank you, Lionel. Thank
You're
you, buddy.
very welcome.
delicious.
That's why we hunt right there.
That's right. Oh.
From field to plate.